Warm greetings to all my viewers. An American walks into a travel agency in Japan and requests for a flight from Tokyo to Sydney on American Airlines. And you have another passenger, a Japanese national, who walks into a travel agency in United Kingdom, London, and requests for a flight from London to Amsterdam on a Japan Airlines flight. And surprisingly, the answers to these two situations are there will not be an airline flights operating from Tokyo to Sydney, nor there will be a Japan Airlines flight operating from London to Amsterdam. To shed some light here on how these international flights operate, I would like to walk you through with a convention called the Chicago Convention, which was drafted in the year 1944. It is this convention that has designed the freedoms of the air. If you have money, you can buy a luxury car, but you cannot buy the roads. If you have money, you can buy a luxury yacht, but you cannot buy the seas. Similarly, if you have money, you can buy an aircraft, but you cannot buy the skies. The ownership of the roads, the ownership of the seas, and the ownership of the sky is vested in the hands of the respective governments. So, in order to operate a flight from one country to the other, there are certain rights that are granted according to the Chicago Convention of 1944, and which is also known as the Freedoms of the Air Convention. There are 9 freedoms which is enshrined in this convention, but I'll walk you through with the main 5 freedoms which are found today in the airline flight markets. Taking you to freedom number 1. The freedom number 1 is the right granted to an airline to fly over the territory of another country without landing. Citing an example, Gulf Air likes to carry passengers from Bahrain to Egypt, Cairo. It has to overfly Saudi Arabia. So the duration of this flight of 3 hours, for 2 hours and 40 minutes, the flight is flying only over Saudi Arabia. Here, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has to grant Gulf Air freedom number 1. And this airline can carry passengers from Bahrain, but it cannot land in Saudi Arabia. It can only use the airspace of Saudi Arabia, and that is called freedom number 1. And freedom number 2 is the right granted to an airline to land in a foreign country for the purpose of refueling, change of crew, and for taking in food and water. So an airline that is granted freedom number 2 by a respective country will not be in a position to carry passengers on this flight and destined to that location. The airline will only have the right to land, take in food and water. If they wish to change the crew, refuel the aircraft, and continue his journey to a third destination. So, any airline that is given freedom number 2 by the respective country will not have traffic rights. So, freedom number 1 and freedom number 2 is also called non-traffic freedoms because they cannot carry passengers, mail or cargo to that particular country that has given them freedom number 1 or freedom number 2. Taking you to freedom number 3 is the right granted to an airline to carry passengers, mail and cargo from the home country of the airline to another foreign country. Giving you an example, the right granted to American Airlines to carry passengers, mail and cargo from New York, which is in America, to London, which is in UK. So, from the home country of the airline to another foreign country. So, this is freedom number 3. And freedom number 4 is the reverse. And freedom number 3 and 4 goes together, it goes hand and glove. To give you an example of the same flight, the American Airlines flight from New York to London will return from London to New York not with an empty aircraft but with passengers, mail and cargo. And that freedom is called freedom number 4. The right granted to an airline to carry passengers, mail and cargo from a foreign country back to the home country of the airline, which is New York. The home country, United States, and New York is in United States. So bringing passengers from a foreign country back to the airline's home country is called freedom number 4. So freedom number 4 is a foreign to home country. And freedom number 3 is home to foreign. All these are called rights which gives them traffic rights. They can carry passengers, mail and cargo, which is a revenue for the airline. Taking you to freedom number 5, the right granted to an airline to carry passengers, mail and cargo on a flight that operates in the home country of the airline but between two foreign destinations. Taking you to an example, an American Airlines flight that starts in New York it comes to London, it disembarks passengers in London, and from there the flight flies onward to Amsterdam. And here the airline is given the right to carry passengers between two foreign points, that is between London and Amsterdam. So here the flight is carrying passengers, an American Airlines flight is carrying passengers from London to Amsterdam, and as far as American Airlines is concerned, these are two foreign points. But they are carrying passengers on a flight which originated in New York, which is the home country of American Airlines. And here the Chicago Convention calls this as freedom number 5, the right granted to an airline to carry passengers, mail and cargo on a flight that operated in the home country of the airline but carrying passengers between two foreign points. There are 4 more freedoms, freedom 6, 7, 8 and 9, and I will walk you through those freedoms in the next upcoming video. I hope this information has been useful to many. Stay safe and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.